Hello Internet, Hiboson here. Well, here I have my editing PC, the computer I use to make my videos. Now basically I was doing some upgrades on this the other day and I popped some new bits in, and while I was in there I did realise I had neglected its cleaning a lot, and it's got a lot of dust bunnies and everything in there. It is, yeah, rather grooty. So plus where I put in some extra hard drives, things like that. My apologies for the road noise. Where I put in some extra hard drives and things, they're not quite as secure as they really should be. Some of them are just kind of like laying in there at the moment. They're solid state, so it's not so bad. But yeah, I want to get them secured down and just try and tidy it up a little bit in there. So let's get on with this. As you can see, it is rather grooty. That's yeah, that's definitely not good. So really need to take care of that. And now let's see how the inside looks in daylight. And here we are. This is the inside. So at the moment it's doing what I need it to do, but barely. I am going to be upgrading soon. More will come of that later. This does have quite a few dust bunnies in. I don't know if you can see them here. Let's just zoom in. Now inside there, through there, I don't know if you can see that, there is quite considerable dust bunnies. So let's zoom back out. Now the way I'm going to do this is, luckily I do own a compressor. So first of all, I'm just going to clear all the dust out, give the noise. Oh. Just only remember to hold the fan at the last second there. From what I've been told, you shouldn't let the fan spin when you're doing that, as fun as it is, because it could throw current back into the motherboard. So that has really shifted a lot of the dust. Now if you notice, during that I was putting my fingers in and stopping fans spinning. I remember on a YouTube video somewhere, I'm sure they said, don't, you know, as fun as it is to watch them go whee, don't let it happen, because it could be, because they work in reverse, electricity makes it spin, but you make it spin, it creates electricity which could feed back into your motherboard, and you don't want to kind of nuke your motherboard just because you wanted to see a fan go whiz. So that's why I basically, you notice I was having my fingers stuck in there as I was cleaning them, just so that way they weren't spinning freely. Even when I was doing the PSU one, I managed to get my finger just in the grate enough to stop it spinning, so I could give that a little bit of a knock as well. So the other thing I've got to do is, here we can see some of my SSDs. This one's mounted, the bottom one's mounted in a tray already. That one's been in there a little while, but I've only just put this one in along with this drive a couple of days ago, because this was just running purely as an editing rig, but I've added another drive in now, so that has a different OS on. So that's like my gaming drive, so I can dual boot. One that takes me into my editing. All that has is my editing software is disabled from the internet and things like that, and I can concentrate on that, and that's what the new 4TB drive's done. Now the 500 gig drive that was originally containing all my media and what have you, that's now becoming a game storage drive. So, and my apologies for any shaky table action going on here. So now I just need to quickly disconnect this SSD. Here it is. So here you can see I'm using an Crucial MX100 drive for my SSD. What I've bought for that is this mount here, and this is just a simple and what this does, it converts the 2.5-inch form factor into the 3.5-inch form factor that I need for here, because this is an old case, wasn't really designed with SSDs in mind. Right, I haven't got quite enough screws coming in this kit to do what I need to do, because I also need to secure this Western Digital black drive I have just got. So I'm going to steal a couple off the optical drive, because it doesn't really need this many screws holding it on. Just had a fun game of hunt the screw that fell into the case. I just screwed that on there. And now screw this one down. Well, there we go. It's now cleaned up. It's still not perfect. I'll later date. It'd be nice to take out all the graphics cards, take everything literally right the way out, getting cleaned up. But I haven't got time for that at the moment, because second I finish filming this, I've got to plug all this back in together again and edit this video you're watching right now on this machine. Now the specs on this machine are: it's an AMD Phenom 2 3.2 GHz with the ASRock 890GX Extreme 3 motherboard, 2 AMD Radeon 5830 graphics cards configured in crossfire mode, now has 16 GB of G.Skill Ripjaw RAM, DDR3. Originally when I got it, it only had 4, so that's an upgrade I've done since I've had it. When I originally got it, I only had a 500 GB hard drive, as I said before, but now it's got two 256 gig SSDs, the 500 gig original, and a 4TB Western Digital black in there. Also, it's got things like a DVD rewriter drive, 650 watt power supply, the Corsair one, 650 watt, and I think it's an Antec case. I'm not 100% sure on that. Basically, when I got this machine, I got it off eBay, second hand, a couple £100. That was it really, and it's done me for a couple of years, and obviously done some updates, but got I've got a cloud rig going to be coming soon. Well, say coming soon, I'll be out of access soon, which will give me oodles load of mega power. But I'm nearly ready to bring this up so I can access the cloud machine, although I might get another smaller, quieter, lower powered unit to access the cloud machine, because this does generate a lot of heat in my room and it's quite a small room, so I'd like to avoid that. In the future though, the cloud rig is still something I'm going to enjoy and I'm looking forward to, but I have uber mega possible plan of what I'd love to do with the computer in the future, but it will involve lots of pennies and I haven't got them at the moment. So I'm going to continue researching, gathering my ideas. Let's just say water cooling and things like that are involved, which I've never done before, but hey, I want to give it a go. Anyway, there we go. I hope you've enjoyed this episode. If you have, you know what to do. Usual like, subscribe, all that jazz. If you like seeing this, great, cool. Like I said, give me the thumbs up. If not, you know what to do. If you've got any questions about this, hell, feel free to hit me up in the comments below or catch me on Twitter at Hiboson. Anyway, I will see you next week.